You've been told to run to lose weight, but what if I told you running might be the very thing that's holding you back from hitting your goals and burning the fat? If you're overweight, running is often very hard on your joints, and it's often less effective than smarter alternative cardiovascular options. The truth is, running can spike stress hormones, it can burn through muscle, and leave you injured even before you get lean. In this video, I'm giving you 3 proven alternatives to running that help burn fat like crazy without wrecking your knees or killing your motivation. And the last one, almost nobody talks about it, but it's one of the most underrated fat burning tools you can do today. Let's get into it. Tip number 1, incline walking. So here's your first alternative, incline walking, also known as the silent shredder. You set your treadmill to 10 to 15% incline and you walk at 2.5 to 3.5 miles per hour. That's it. You want to try to do this for 30 to 45 minutes, about 3 times per week. Now, why is incline walking so effective? Well, the first thing is that it helps keep your heart rate in the fat burning zone. So 60 to 75% of your max heart rate is usually what's considered fat burning zones. Meaning while your heart rate is in this zone, the fuel source that you're using is mostly fat, and that's what we want to burn. Usually when people are running, their heart rate is much higher than this, and so they're not always in that fat burning zone. Another reason this works is unlike running, you're not pounding your joints into the pavement. You're activating large muscle groups such as the glutes and hamstrings, which help burn more calories during the workout and increase your metabolism. It's pretty crazy to think about, but research from the American Council of Exercise shows that while you're walking on an incline, such as this protocol, you actually burn twice as many calories as just standard flat walking. Plus, incline walking elevates your heart rate into a certain zone without reaching that so-called red zone, where stress hormones start to kick in, which means lower cortisol, better recovery, and reduced fat loss faster over time. A couple mistakes that I usually see people do when they're incline walking. The big mistake to avoid while doing this protocol is going too fast. The incline is the sweet spot. You don't need to mess with the speed too much. 2.5 to 3 miles per hour is usually fast enough for most people to get your heart rate into that perfect zone. And while it's usually advised that you don't hold on to the railing or the screen, it doesn't really matter. Yes, technically it is harder and you'll probably burn a few more calories, but if it helps you be more comfortable and doing this consistently, feel free to hold on if you have to. And just like everything with exercise, consistency matters with this. You can't just do it one time and expect great results. You really need to implement this into your training program 3 to 4 times per week for about 30 minutes if you're just starting out. I work with a lot of very overweight clients, and this is usually where we start, incline walking. It's easier on the joints, it's easier to do long term, and it gets your heart rate into the perfect zone to start burning that body fat. But if you think incline walking is the only tool to burn fat without running, you're missing a powerful tool that cardio and strength training combined do that running will never do. Alternative number 2, interval strength training, where strength meets sweat. This one blends the fat burning power of cardio with the muscle building result of strength training. For this, you're gonna pick 4 to 6 exercises. Let's say squats, rows, push-ups, and leg press. And you're gonna rotate through these in a circuit. For each of those exercises, you're gonna do 20 seconds of work, followed by 40 seconds of rest before you move on to the next exercise. You're gonna do that for each exercise. You're gonna rotate through all of those exercises 3 to 5 times for that day. This is usually gonna put you around the 20 to 30 minute mark for that workout. No jumping, no burpees, no nonsense. Just good old-fashioned strength training at a high pace. And I've actually done a video on this already where I've designed an interval training program for beginners, and I will put a link to that video somewhere up in the corners here. So feel free to click on that if you want super detailed programming for this particular type of workout. So why does interval circuit training work? Well, first off, you're strength training, so you're building some lean muscle mass, but you're also doing it at a high intensity, keeping your heart rate high for those 20 to 30 minutes. So you're getting a very good cardiovascular workout at the same time. Another reason this type of training is so effective is you get something called EPOC, or think of it as an afterburner. You continue to burn a lot of calories even after your workout when you do this type of training consistently. It is well established in the research that obese individuals who combine strength training with cardiovascular exercise, such as this type of circuit training, tend to burn more fat and keep more lean mass during their programs. It's also a lot easier and more time efficient to do this type of training because you're only spending 20 to 30 minutes a day in the gym. Whereas if you were doing traditional strength training and 3 to 4 sessions of cardio per week, now you're talking an hour to 90 minutes each time that you're in the gym. So it's very effective for beginners because you don't need that much time to start. Another reason I like this type of training a lot is that not only are you burning fat and getting a good cardio workout, but you're actually improving your insulin sensitivity. This allows your body to be more effective at getting glucose into your cells. Especially people who are type 2 diabetic, this type of training is exactly where you want to start. A couple mistakes to avoid with this type of training if it's new to you is don't worry about doing higher impact plyometrics such as burpees or box jumps. You don't need to do those at this time. Stick with basic strength training movements, especially work on machines. Machines are often overlooked, especially for beginners, but they take a lot of the learning curve out of it. So if you're picking 4 to 6 exercises and they're all machines, that's a great place to start. Another mistake is not taking the 40 seconds of rest. It does go by quick, but you do need to take it, as this will give you just enough time to keep quality form and keep injury prevention at bare minimum. You also want to make sure that your exercise selection is balanced, such as pushing movements, pulling movements, legs, and core. Again, check out the video that I made where I go into detail and give you a specific program to follow. Again, we will link that video. After I've been working with my clients for a while and we've been doing some incline walking, the first type of strength training that we introduce is usually this style of programming. So it is very effective. Now, this next one is different. It's not flashy, it's not trendy, but it is one of the most powerful fat burning tools that not a lot of people are using. Alternative number 3, rucking, the tactical fat burner. It's called rucking, and it's basically loaded walking. You throw on a backpack of 20 to 50 pounds and you walk. That's it. Simple, effective, brutal. So why is rucking so good for you? Well, first off, it burns 30 to 50% more calories than just standard walking alone, all without the pounding of running on your joints. It does a great job of loading the posterior chain, your glutes, your hamstrings, your calves, your back, essentially making this walk resistance-based cardio. It also strengthens your core, improves your posture, and builds endurance, both aerobically and muscular. And the best part of this is how easy it is to do. All you need is either a weighted vest or a backpack that you can throw some weights in. And then you go out and walk. This can be in your neighborhood. It can be on your favorite hiking trails. It doesn't matter. Throw in some headphones, listen to a good podcast or your favorite music, and just walk at an average pace. It doesn't even really feel like a workout until you're done and your shirt is soaked. If you're new to rucking, I encourage you to start on the lighter side. You don't need 50 pounds right away. Begin with 10 to 15 and go from there. Make sure that you're using a supportive backpack or a weight vest and that you're using proper footwear. You can really use any backpack that you can put weights in safely, but there are dedicated companies out there like Go Ruck that have particular rucking gear already made for this type of cardiovascular exercise. So feel free to check out their website. I don't get anything for this. I use their stuff and I like it, so I can suggest it to you. But I'm getting no commissions or anything off of this. But I will put the link below so you guys can check out their website. I personally use a weight vest more than I use a backpack. I feel that the weight is distributed more evenly across my chest and across my back, and that makes me have better posture while I'm walking, because you do want to kind of keep your back upright and your shoulders back while you're doing this walk, and the weight vest works for me better. So I will also link an Amazon link to the vest that I use. Again, I don't get anything from this, but it's a very effective vest. I've had mine for 4 years now, and you can go anywhere from 10 to 40 pounds with it. So let's recap. Incline walking, low impact, high return. Circuit training, cardio and strength training rolled into one. Rucking, unconventional, underrated, but highly effective. If running's not working for you, or it's just not your thing, like me, now you've got 3 smarter alternatives to running where you can still torch body fat in your weight loss journey. Try one of these this week. Drop a comment below and let me know which one you're starting with. And if you want a custom plan to build around this, then check the links in the description. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this information with someone still doing painful jogging. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.